Tam, obviously Hearts coming out of this game off the back of two kind of derbies, and they've had a bit of a kind of more games than you have in this little space, and picked up a couple of injuries, and you've had that little bit more time to kind of rest and kind of get ready for the game. Is that something that could be an advantage going into the game?
Sometimes these things can work in your favour or not, as the case may be, because I think we kind of seen that in the Celtic Rangers game, where Rangers had played midweek, Celtic hadn't. So I think the key thing is it's just being very clear on what we want to achieve within the game, particularly from a tactical perspective. But like I said, I've definitely seen a renewed vigour coming back into the players since it's been confirmed that we're into the top six. I feel like we're in a good place, and if we can almost replicate some of the football we're playing at the start of the season in particular, then I think the next 5 games could be quite exciting for us.
And how important is it for you and the squad to kind of get off to a good start in that kind of that kind of, I would say, hunt, but kind of as you're going for that 4th and 5th kind of European places? Is it kind of important to lay down a marker right away and kind of get that first point?
I think it would be ideal, but I also think that what this season's kind of taught me is staying the course is really important, peaking at the right time is really important. So over the course of the 5 games, we need to pick up a certain amount of points, we'll need to play well, we'll need to handle the occasion. So whilst it would be nice and everything that we're doing and gearing up for is to target the 3 points, we also have to be agile to understand that there's 5 games, the 4 games after will be really important, but we'd love to start off with a big 3 points on Sunday in front of our home fans.
And just a final question, obviously, if you are to go on and get one of those European places, what would it mean for you personally? Obviously, this has been your first year in the kind of head coach's job, and given the kind of trajectory your career's taken to get you to this point, what would it mean to kind of be leading out the team and kind of in the dugout for European matches?
Yeah, I think it would be special for me, coaching staff, but more importantly for the football club. I think this is a club that has enjoyed a rich history playing European football. It's obviously recognised as a club that's performed really, really well in Europe. So just to reward the fans, the club, the owner, and all the work that goes on in the background at the football club. But again, the key thing for me is to recognise the job that's in hand. We have a big opportunity. It's going to take something different to what we've already produced before, and the incentive and the motivation is really high. So if we were to achieve that collective goal, then naturally it would be a really proud moment. But I don't think we can afford to get too far ahead of ourselves, because we're essentially playing the 5 best teams in the country on merit, and we need to handle our business.
Ryan, obviously, as you mentioned, quite enjoyable games coming up, obviously difficult games, but these will be the games at the start of the season you must have been kind of looking forward to and wanting to have these meaningful games coming into the season where you're fighting for a European place.
Yeah, and I, to be honest with you, at the start of the season I wasn't aware of what could get you Europe. I didn't know how much of a carrot it would be dangling that much, for us to go and get. And it turned out now where Hibs getting knocked out of the club, it's 5 places what get Europe, and I know that's an achievement in itself, but 4th better than 5th for anyone to go and finish. So if we can go and get fourth place and then look into next year into European football, it's a big catch for everyone at the club, especially for trying to attract good players to bring in, which I'm sure we will in the summer.
And if the club do go on to sort of achieve one of those European places, what would it mean for you to sort of lead the team out next season at a European match at Tannadice?
Yeah, it's again massive. I actually haven't thought about that, to be honest. But when you say it, it's catching, and it interests me a lot. And it's something I'd love to do. And I know it's an old cliche, but we've got 5 games left and to try and secure it. And they're all going to be really, really tough games against the top. The other teams in the top 6, the other 5. So we've got teams going for the title. You've got 3 teams probably fighting for 4th, and I know I said we can play with no pressure and we can go and express ourselves and play with no fear, but everyone's still fighting for something. So we've got to make sure we're still in the right frame of mind to go and compete in that mindset.